So this game just came out, Wuchang Fallen Feathers. Wuchang, however you say that. Very close to Wukong. And it's a from a Chinese studio as well. So this game just came out. I'm interested in playing it. It's on Game Pass, I saw, I think. And since I have Game Pass, I'm going to, use Game Pass to play it. So, but wanted to go ahead and react to the music. In this case, I have no idea what I'm going to encounter. I haven't heard the. We're gonna listen to the main menu theme, which I think it's super important for a game. It's kind of the main theme of a game usually. So let's listen to it and react to it and see what we got. One thing that I always say before I do these reactions, this comes not from the point of view of a classical composer or a musician per se. I am self-taught and I know nothing about theory and such, so I'm just reacting as a gamer, as a normal. I don't want to say musicians are not normal, but just as a regular gamer, ignorant gamer who doesn't know about music. So let's let's go ahead and play it. Hmm. Very Chinese slash Oriental. Oh, Rose, very fast. Ooh, love the flute. That's beautiful. Oh. Very heroic. That was expected. But it feels very heroic. I like the voices, they're very different. Oh, love that. I don't know what that is. The symbols? Oh, that little string something, oriental something. It's beautiful. Oh, there you go. Don't know. This is repeating, right? Nice. That's the motif there. That's the phrase of the. Yeah. I love the voices. They're very soft.
You don't have to be.
Oh, what is this? I'm not sponsoring. How do I take this away? Well, let's talk about this. Let's take away this Geico commercial. And yeah, I found it was very super cool. One of the things that I found is that it moves a lot, right? There's always something new. There's always something like a little surprise coming in, whether it's like a flute or then some. I'm not very savvy of Chinese or Oriental um instruments and that sort of stuff. Like I might recognize it by the sound, but I don't know the names of the instruments and such. So, but some of those instruments mixed with the to me a little bit more Western orchestration. I don't know if that's a thing, but like the orchestration that feels a little bit more recognizable for me at least as the symphonic sound, and then all those Oriental elements mixed in, and they always come in there's always a little surprise, and there's always a build up, right? There's so I think it's a very quick song. I wonder if in the soundtrack is as quick, because one thing that I've noticed, can't remember again who that did this, but sometimes the track that you hear in the soundtrack, it's more extended, longer, takes more time, and then in the game it's a little bit more edited, like to be quicker, to be faster, or whatever. But one of the things that I really liked was at the beginning how, it starts with this very atmospheric kind of vibe, and then it just goes goes on, like it hits right away, like very quickly, like here, boom. And and that sound at the very beginning, dun, dun, it feels like danger, right? To me, it gives me that feeling of danger, and then she comes in and this heroic thing starts, right? Which I think is very interesting. I can already kind of feel the story. It feels like, I mean, it might be cliche, or might be the um most of the games. I don't know, but we are the hero. This is your main character in the game, I'm assuming. Oh yeah, I've seen a little bit of trailers and such. So this is the main character. So by the track, by only this main theme track, I can feel like she's the hero that saves this city, this town, or the country, whatever. I gotta play the game to know what the game is about. But the feeling of the main track is that there's this hero that, this that will save humanity um from the evil, like right away, in a very simple way, right? That's it's what I'm trying to say. So there's this kind of danger at the beginning, right? If you listen to it, feels dangerous. Ding, ding, ding. Mysterious. Don't really like that. And then it starts building up, but very quickly gets into the phrase of the main theme. Da-da-nan, da-da-nan. That is, it feels very heroic, right? I kind of feel. And then that flute harmonizing with the main theme, with the main melody, I think is very interesting. Again, there's always something happening, which I think is super cool about this track. Is there's always movement, something new always comes in. Like you hear the main melody, flute, now this other very Chinese instrument that feels like a wind instrument, I think. Um, Apologize if if I'm not savvy in these type of instruments, but we've all heard it in in Chinese slash Oriental things, music. So, but again, something new comes in, and then the voices are a surprise. That's the main theme there. That's the main melody. Again, played by this instrument. And then these voices, they're so kind of like kind of soft. It's very interesting. They're not like hitting you like many, you hear the, I don't know, I want to say Elden Ring voices or those Bloodborne voices. I know it's a different kind of game. I mean, this is supposed to be a Souls game or a Souls like, but a different type of game in terms of vibe, right? But those voices, even in Near Automata, the voices are hitting you, are very strong and raw, right? But these voices are so soft. I kind of, I'm synesthetic and not necessarily with sounds, but for some reason I'm kind of feeling these voices very cushioning. I don't know if that makes any sense. They're very nice. And the drums. Dun, 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 dun. Again, I'm kind of I think there's the use of the drums here is very elegant. It's what I feel. One of the things that I hate nowadays, I don't know if this is the simplification of things, but one of the things that I hate a lot nowadays is the overuse of big drums. Last night I was watching a trailer for Happy Gilmore 2. I mean, it's Happy Gilmore. It's a freaking comedy by this guy Adam Sandler, who's, they're the stupidest movies, right? That's what makes them funny, quote unquote, right? It's how stupid they are. They're very silly. And the trailer, it's like all this big all these big drums, and you watch every single trailer for every single thing, and it's full of this drum. Dun, 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 dun. It's very overused, and I'm like already like, oh, come on, guys. I mean, let's try to do something different, right? And in this case, we have those drums here, but they feel used in a very elegant way, in my opinion. Like, let's go back a little bit, right? Very soft, and then when it rises up, yeah, they're not like hitting you in your face and being. That ending is very unexpected as well. Like I would have expected like twice this kind of melodic voices, if you will, this motif here. Those dun 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 dun, dun. I would expect it twice, but then it just dun 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 and it finishes. So that's a little bit unexpected to my ear. And again, I'm not criticizing that. I think that's great because one of the things that I always love doing is making the music unexpected, not being not being able to anticipate what's coming, right? That's why I'm always saying like little surprises. You got to add surprises to the track as it goes. And even in that conclusion, the voices are very kind of soft and very cushioning. And then it starts again. I love this. I really like that. And that feel like cymbals or something like that. And there's a lot of atmospheric sounds in the background that you really gotta pay attention to even catch them. But it still, all those sounds still give the song and the track atmosphere and texture. I really like it. Like if you gotta sit down and actually detail those sounds in the background, but if you don't, you still kind of feel this kind of musical bed or sound bed that the actual track has. It's well done. Things are not overused. I like that. The flute. I think this is all repeating right now. That's the main motif. Again, with a different instrument. Brass harmonizing. The voices. With some brass there. But it's so well mixed in a... I really like how it's intense and it's epic without being very loud. I don't know what it is. But it certainly gives this very badass, heroic vibe. Yeah, the
You
voices.
don't have to be a
Oh, come
VIP.
on, guys. The voices is where am I? Okay. The voices are very cool. I really like that track. So, yeah, that's the story that I get from that main theme, is that we are, or this girl is the hero. Of course, it's the hero usually. It's not unexpected, but you know, it's is the character, the hero that saves the town, city, country, world, whatever. It's very heroic. It's very adventure-y almost. Um, I don't know if I want to take that back. Anyways, yeah, it feels very heroic. So, and very epic. I really like how it feels the song. Like it again, it is epic. It is, I don't want to say intense, but it feels epic. It feels big without being very loud, right? Without being like the drums are very elegantly used. I mean, it's not the whole track just ba 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 bang, you know. The brass also, it's brassy when it has to be brassy. When it's not, it's softer with strings and with the flutes and those more like oriental string instruments and wind instruments that give them that, like, you know, the vibe, the oriental vibe, the Chinese vibe. And and again, the voices, you know, they come in and they feel like very soft, very, I want to say very female as well. um Maybe that has to do with with the game being like with a female main character. But they're soft, they're not like hitting you in the head like very loudly, like many other soundtracks that, you know, the voices are intense, even in my stuff. And and I really really appreciate that as something like, mm, I wasn't expecting something like that, but also I appreciate it because of being different. Like it's working well for what I know about the game. It's working well, and still, while still being different, right? So that's it. That's my reaction. I'm gonna go ahead and play the game now and see if I find any other interesting tracks, and if anything, I will react to them or share. I mean, if I listen to the track, then it's not gonna be like 100% like a reaction, a blind or deaf reaction. Anyways, I'll do something. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit like, hit the notification bell. So bad at this. Yeah, subscribe, notification bell, like, dislike if you didn't like the video. Leave me your comments. What do you think about the game, the music? What do you think about the game? You're playing it. Are you interested in playing it? Let's start the conversation. And again, if you have any requests for me to react to, you want me to, you know, react to something specific, just leave it in the comments and I'll try my best. Okay. Thank you so much. I'm out. Peace.